Yes, or the plants in
These
the.
are, yes, these are the characters of the story. We said the wind, the river, the sun, the plants, and some animals. Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Mahmoud. Okay. Why did the river decide to go to the sky, Adam? Adam, why?
Yes, mister. Because he wanted to walk on the blues and see the twinkling stars.
Yes, well done. Excellent, Adam. Who helped the river to go up to the sky and how?
Sir, can I answer?
Yes, Miles, huh?
The sun
How?
by evaporation or making the
Yes, what was the deal between the sun and the river?
that the sun will evaporate or will help the river in going to the sky, but she is not responsible for going back to the earth.
Yes, well done, Miles. Yes, excellent. Today we are going to complete our study for the story page 250 and 253. I start playing the track from the beginning of this page, and we are going to listen to know together what was the reaction or what were the reactions of all the animals and the plants. What did they decided to do after they know that the river wanted to go to the sky. Let's listen together to know their reactions.
Very well.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll visit the river today, said the sun. Very well. I'll visit the river today, said the sun. The river woke up very early, and soon after, the sun came to visit. I hear you want to go to the sky, meandering river, said the sun. Yes, oh, to walk the blue and see the twinkling eyes, the river sighed. Very well, said the sun. I can help you up, but you'll have to find your way down. Down? It looks so beautiful up there. I won't want to find my way down. Gazelle, who happened to be taking a drink just then, sprang up and ran to Elephant and said, "The sun is going to take the great river up to the sky, and she says she'll never come back here again." Elephant thought for a while, then raised her trunk and blew a message into the air. The wind, who was always quick at picking up messages, snapped it up, and everywhere it blew, the animals and the plants heard it. The trees were the first to react. They gathered together into the densest forest ever and talked over the matter for days and days. The gathering of trees and creepers became a jungle.
So my question here, how was the jungle formed? How was the jungle formed?
أنا مست...
Yes, who? Ahmed?
Yes.
Yes, Ahmed. How?
By the gathering of the trees to talk about how the river will go to the sky.
So the trees and the creepers gathered together to become what? A jungle, yes?
A jungle.
Yes,
Yes.
please highlight for this part.
Mr. What is creepers?
Creepers is a type of trees that can be joined together.
Okay.
Okay.
Highlight what, mister?
Gathering of trees and creepers became a jungle. My question here, how was the jungle formed? So we can say that the tree and the creepers gathered together to make the jungle. Okay. Uh, Highlight for this part. Let's complete listening.
But the grasses, thinking it was too dark under the eaves of those huge trees, wandered out onto the plains, and they were so happy they rocked in the wind, singing in their throaty voices. They spread as far as the eye could see. Some small thorn trees and bushes came out and dotted the grassy plains, and this became the savanna.
So how was savannah formed? How
Me,
was
mister.
savannah formed? Yes, who can answer?
Me, mister.
Muhammad? Humbert?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Muhammad. Huh.
They they spread as far as the eye could see. And the thorn tree and bushes came out and dotted the grassy plains.
Yes, well done, Mohammed. So we can say that some small thorn trees. Ryan, please mute yourself. Ryan, Ryan, Ryan. So we can highlight some small thorny trees and bushes came out and dotted the grassy plains, and this became what? Savannah. Okay, so we can highlight for this part. Thanks so much, Muhammad. Have you highlighted all of you?
Yes, Mister.
Okay. Let's know together the reaction of
Mister,
the animals. Yes.
um, what did you highlight before this one?
Before this one, before small, some small, this one.
Yes,
Before
yes.
this one, we set highlight for gathering of creeper of trees and creepers became a jungle.
Okay, I'll highlight. I'll just check it.
Okay, and then we highlight for this part. Some small thorny trees and bushes came out and dotted the grassy plains, and this became the savannah. Okay, that's all for this
Okay.
part. Now we are
Okay.
going to know the reaction of animals. What did they decide to do for rhino, elephant, sandy cat, camel, chimpanzee, gorilla? What did they decide to do? Let's listen.
When the animals gathered, they too talked for days and days. This is a serious matter, said Elephant. It is time to migrate to faraway places, said Rhino. Saying so, he put down his head and followed his nose south. South, south, always south. That started the exodus, and animals wandered in all directions. Great gorilla and brainy chimpanzee, feeling that they did not want to go too far, simply went into the jungle. Tree pangolin, leopard, gabbin viper, and royal antelope did the same.
So, what was the reaction of the animals like rhino? Yes, who can answer?
Mister,
Yes, Adam.
can you repeat, Mister?
Repeat the track or repeat what?
Repeat the question.
The question again.
Yes,
What was the reaction of the animals like rhino? What did rhino decided to do?
I know.
Okay, Mister,
I
I
know.
highlighted it.
Yes.
No.
I know.
Adam, you know?
Yes.
Yes, huh?
The trees gathered and made a jungle. The rhinos went south.
So he
The
decided to do what?
so they decided to migrate to faraway places.
Yes, because as we know, rhino lived in the water, so he can't live without, or couldn't live without water, so he decided to migrate or leave his place. Okay, also the
Okay.
elephant did the same. What about the other animals? Huh?
Complete, Mister, or
Yes, yes.
someone
What
else will
about
answer?
yes, yes? Complete your answer.
Mister,
What about the
The
other animals?
grasses.
highlight from it is time to
Yes,
until
highlight
this
this
end.
paragraph. Yes, highlight this paragraph. Okay, so Adam, for the
Mister,
animals
highlight the whole
that depend,
paragraph.
yes, for the animals that decided to live, they are the animals who depend on water, like rhino, like elephant. Yes,
Yes.
okay, and some animals we said decided to live in the jungle, like great gorilla and brainy chimpanzee. They decided to go where to the jungle, as they will not be affected because they can depend on the rain. Okay. We know also that for sandy cats,
Okay.
camels, sand cat and camels, they will stay in the same place because they can live in the desert. Yes, they can
Yes.
live without water for a long time, like camels, as we know. Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Mister.
Okay. Let's listen together for the next page to know the rest of the animals. What did they do?
Elephant led a whole delegation south following the rhinoceros. Buffalo, lion, giraffe, gazelle, hyena, zebra, cheetah, and many others wandered south and roamed the grasslands. But rock-climbing Barbary sheep, camel, addax, sandcat, desert hedgehog, fennec fox, jerboa, sand grouse, and many others remained exactly where they were. Meanwhile, the sun had gathered all its strength. It sent its hottest rays to heat the river, and slowly, oh so slowly, you could.
So listen to me, please. For this part, as we know that the sandy cats, camels, all the desert animals will stay in the same place because they will not be affected. Yes. So we have three types of or three groups of animals. Some animals decided to live or to migrate, like rhino and elephant. Some animals decided to stay in the jungle, like gorilla and chimpanzee. And some animals decided to stay in the desert or to stay in the same place as they will not be affected, like camels and sandy cats. So we
Mr.
can give
highlight this part
only
also.
two examples. Yes, we highlight also for this part. So we can give only for the animals at least two examples as I state for you. Okay.
From where to where, Mr. Highlight?
For the whole paragraph.
This paragraph is the whole paragraph. Highlight for this paragraph. Okay. Highlight for this one. We know
Okay, Mr.
together. We know together when the river went up to the sky. What happened for him? Let's listen together.
Not see what was happening. The river started to lift in particles too tiny for the eye to see. Up, up, up they went until they were so high that it felt cold. Then the tiny particles of the river huddled together and formed white fluffy clouds of all sizes. They were so happy to be floating in the air, and they waited in excitement for the spectacle of the night sky when they would walk among the many winking stars. Sure enough, in the evening, the night sky prepared to lay out the best winking stars for the visiting clouds to walk among, and as it got darker, the stars winked and twinkled and sparkled. "Oh, isn't this wonderful?" said a cloud. "Simply stupendous."
So what happened for the river when you went up to the sky?
Mr.
Huh?
I know.
Yes.
It flew into particles that to flow into little particles that the naked eye could not see. The tiny particles huddled together and formed white fluffy clouds of all sizes. They were so
Yes.
happy. Yes, that's it.
Yes. Well done,
They
Adam.
made
So
clouds.
what was the shape when the river went? What did the shape that the river take when he went up to the sky?
He
White fluffy cloud.
White fluffy cloud. So highlight for this point. The shape that the river took when it went to the sky, it took the shape of white fluffy clouds. Okay? Highlight
okay.
for this
Can I
part,
go
please.
drink water?
Okay.
White fluffy clouds of all sizes.
So when the river went to the sky, it took the shape of white fluffy clouds. But after that, what happened to the river? We know that the wind started to move this cloud and try to annoy it. So the river say, "I want to go home," because he can't feel what happened for him. He can't accept what happened for him by that the wind start to push him with all power. So the river said, "I
Mr. What pushed
want
the
again
what pushed the river?
the wind."
Yes, okay.
After
And
it
this
becomes a cloud, or after it took the shape of the cloud, the wind started to move it down. Okay, to move it, to
move
push,
him
to
down.
push, yes, to push the clouds. Okay.
So
So
he
the
is
river will know, the
he's
river will
annoyed.
say, "I want to go home." Let's listen together to know more details.
Whoosh! A gust of wind came in. "You're sitting on my bit of sky ledge," the wind said. "Oh, I beg your pardon," said the cloud, and she moved over to one side. Whoosh! Gusts of wind came over and over again, here and everywhere. They claimed parts of the sky where the clouds were. Sometimes they came while the clouds were trying to get some sleep, and they would shake them awake and push them over. Now, pushing and shoving is about the only thing that the gentle river would not stand. And all the clouds remembered the peaceful days of being water down on earth. They remembered the gentle flow in one direction and the gliding back of the tide, and a small cloud said, "I want to go home."
So what the moral lessons that you learn from this part?
Mr. I know.
I know, Mr. I know.
Yes, Ahmed?
No place is better than the home.
No place is better than the home. Acceptable. What
You
else?
still have another one.
Yes,
Mr.
Muhammad.
Me.
Um, um, changing doesn't always bring happiness.
Okay, can be. Yes, Adam,
Mr. Can
what's...
I say?
Yes.
Okay. Um, and you
Mr.
can't always get
Highlight
what.
what?
What? The one who asked. Yes, what?
Hamad, yes.
Yes, Muhammad, what?
He said I think start highlighting what?
I didn't say I lied. I said, what is the moral lesson that you can learn after the river said, I want to go home? Or the cloud, as we listen. Yes, Adam, huh? What's your opinion? What's your moral lessons that
You
you can
can't
learn?
always get what you want.
Okay, I can't hear Adam. Yes, Adam, huh?
You can't get what you always want.
We can't get what we always want. Can be, but I'd like to tell you the story from the beginning. We know that the river decided to go to the sky, yes?
Yes.
I
But
know, Mr. I
he
know,
didn't expect
Mr. I
what
know.
happened for him. Yes, Muhammad.
If you did something, you have you have to take wait. The moral lesson is you need to have responsibilities to your actions.
Or we can say think carefully
Mr.
before taking any decision, yes?
Yes,
Yes.
Mister. This is what I
Mr.
mean.
I wanted to say, expect what might happen before you take any action.
Or before taking any decision, yes?
Yes.
Yes, well done, Adam. So the moral lesson that we can learn from this story, think well carefully, or think well before taking any decision. Or we can say think carefully before taking any decision. Any question for this part?
No.
You understood?
Yes.
Okay, I have some question for you, so we'll answer with me, okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Please try to turn on your cam, the one who closes his cam, like
Sorry,
Adam.
Mister, I forgot.
Never mind that. And now I share the question, and please participate with me, the one who
Okay.
didn't. After we finish, we have reading. We have only 4 minutes for this session, okay?
Today?
Yes, the first question about this part, sorry. You can see it or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Mister, I have a question.
Yes, Muhammad.
What means stupendous?
What means what?
Stupendous.
In which line, sorry?
Use context clues.
In which line? We can help him, no problem. Huh?
And in the last line in the fourth paragraph.
The same page? This one?
Yes, the same. Yes, yes.
The last line?
No, not the no. The third paragraph from below.
The third paragraphs after whoosh?
Yes, this.
Whoosh? Okay.
No, the one that Adam circled.
Simply?
Yeah, what is
Stupendous?
this one?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, isn't the wonderful, said the cloud. Simply stupendous. Whoosh, I
Yes.
guessed. Yeah, you know the
It
meaning of
means
the word?
amazing.
I'll tell you the meaning now, don't worry.
Simply wonderful.
Stupendous, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Stupendous means very large, okay? Very strange. Muhammad, can you hear me?
Yes, mister, I can hear you.
Yes, stupendous,
Mister,
it
I thought
means
the meaning
large, large.
great.
Yes, large,
Yes,
great.
I thought the meaning was
Okay, mister.
awesome or
Okay,
wonderful.
this is the meaning of this one.
Yes, me too.
Okay, now we can
Okay, mister.
discuss together in the question.
Okay,
Okay,
mister.
okay, now we can start. Who left the
Okay, mister.
session? Who left the session?
Muhammad
Mr.
Yasser.
Muhammad Yasser and
No,
Mr.
Muhammad
joined.
Yasser and somebody else.
Mr. joined? The Mr. joined?
No.
Yes.
Oh yes,
No,
mister.
Muhammad Yasser only.
Okay, and Mr. Said is with you.
The
Okay.
Mister has joined,
No,
Miss.
the mister and another one.
Mister, can I
Okay,
go to the
okay.
bathroom?
I give those for Mr. Said.
left.
Okay. Still 1 minute. Still 1 minute. Okay. So we can answer the question quickly, please.
Nawar and Muhammad Yasser, but Muhammad Yasser joined.
Okay. The first question: how was the jungle formed? Quickly, Muhammad Bahir. Huh?
Me.
Okay, Kareem. Huh?
Me.
Okay, say the answer.
Yes. The gathering of trees and creepers.
Yes, well done. Trees and creepers gather together to form the jungle. Question number 2. Adam. Adam.
Yes, Mister. How's the savannah formed?
Yes.
The savannah was formed when the grasses wanted, or when the grasses went away from the forest.
Okay, can you read the answer because the
Some
time
small
starts to pass?
thorn trees,
Yes.
some small thorn trees and bushes dotted the grassy plains to
Type
become
of
the savannah.
forest. Type of forest. Savannah. This type of forest.
You play Minecraft or not?
Okay, Adam. Question number 3. What were the different reactions? Can you read the answer, Ahmed Ihab?
Yes. What were the different reaction of the animals to the news that river would go to the sky? Some animals decided to live like the elephant and rhino. Some animals decided to stay in the jungles like gorilla and chimpanzee. Some animals stayed in the place like camel and sand cat.
The last question: what was the shape that the river took when he went to the
Yes, mister, I
sky?
know, mister.
Okay, Muhammad Bahir, huh?
White fluffy clouds of different shapes.
Yes, white fluffy clouds. Thanks so much, grade 6. Mr. Said, I'm really sorry, I give you the last
Now
name.
I have Islamic.
Okay.
Yo.
You are the host now, Mr. Said.